Bonjour class, today we are going to put some reference materials into our notebooks. So you will of course need your notebook, a pair of scissors, and two sheets. One will be this sheet, which has all the numbers on it and some extra information. Yours might be a different color. And also l'alphabet. Again, yours might be a different color. So let's start with l'alphabet. We're going to actually start by trimming all of this out. So if you would cut off the header and the footer, and then cut around 3 sides of the chart. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. We're back. You can see that I have the header of our page and also the little graphic from the bottom. And I have cut out the alphabet so that it has a handle on one edge. What I'd like you to do is to fold that handle into a hinge, just like this, along this line. And then I want you to fold the alphabet in half along this line from top to bottom. You should end up with something that looks like this. Then what I'd like you to do is to trim down this piece so that it will fit at the top of our page in our notebooks. Bon ben. Puis, s'il vous plaît, ouvrez les cahiers à la page 10. Page 10. S'il vous plaît, écrivez la date, write the date here in the corner. Please use whatever date it is on the day that you actually put this in your notebook. I will use today's date. Première, 9, 16. Now I'm going to take some tape, which I forgot to tell you at the beginning of the video that you would need. And I'm going to tape this edge down here so that when I need to see my alphabet, it will fold out. And then I'm going to attach the header right here into my notebook. So I'll have something that looks a lot like this. We're back, thanks to a little bit of Presto Changeo movie magic. This has now been attached, but since I only put one piece of tape over here, I'm having a hard time with my alphabet. So I'm going to fold this down and add an extra piece of tape underneath. Et voila. Now I have this cute little graphic left over, and I'm going to actually cut this out and add this to my paper. It's entirely optional whether you would like to do that or not. You can see I trimmed down the graphic and I added it here to the page. Now let's take a look at all the letters of the alphabet. You'll notice that each letter has a column next to it, and that's the name of the letter. Nom means name in French. Lettre, nom. So when you write, you obviously don't write the name of the letter. Just like in English, you don't write G or H. You write the letter G or the letter H. But they all have, just like in English, names. So let's go through l'alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now you should notice that most of it is very much like the English alphabet, but that J and G and J, the sounds seem to be reversed. We will be practicing this some more in class, but what I would like you to do, please, is to turn to your indice. And adding, of course, as always, la date. And remember to use the date for whatever date it is you actually add this into your notes. L'alphabet. And the page number, which in this case was 10. For part 2 of our reference materials, what I'd like you to do is to cut out along the edges of the number sheet leave the top edge intact. So don't cut out this end, all the others, and keep this information over here. You should have a chart that looks like this with just this little tab at the top. I know it's crooked. I'm sorry if it makes you crazy. The rest of the sides are cut out. And I also kept this little piece here. So tournez la page 11. Page 11. And this page we are going to label with the word for numbers or figures in French, les chiffres. L-E-S-C-H-I-F-F-R-E-S. Les chiffres. And please excuse my handwriting because this is supposed to be two separate words. As always, add the date, la date, and make sure you're using the date that's appropriate for you in class. I have used today's date. Now, les chiffres is an interesting word, but it's also the name of a character, one of the villains in a James Bond movie. Can you name the movie? Question mark. Les chiffres is a villain in a Bond movie. Which one is it? Now what I would like you to do is to take your number sheet and to line it up as best you can in here. I'm going to line it up here. Don't fold it yet. Leave it unfolded and let it stick out the bottom. Put a couple pieces of tape along the top. Comme ça. Okay. And you'll notice that this sheet is too long for our notebook. So what I would like you to do is to fold it in half. I usually fold it here, 53, 54, 55, 56. And I fold it up. Just like this, comme ça. So that when I need the information, I can just pull it out. Now also on our paper, we have these extra pieces of information, how to say first, premier and première in masculine and feminine form in French, as well as the word for zéro. And I'm going to add these into my notebook at the bottom of the page here. If you'd like, you can make a peekaboo by putting it underneath your chart. I find it easier to be able to see as much information as possible all at once. So adding this into the bottom of my notebook, juste comme ça. Puis, tenez l'indice, turn to the index, and as always, add la date, le premier 9, 16. This one is les chiffres. I'll try to do better showing you that it's two separate words, les chiffres. And that is page 11. That is all for today. Merci. Au revoir.